Greetings, fellow speakers. Please forgive me, I don't really feel well today. But I have to do this because it's getting late. The point of my speech is that I believe that our computer technology and the integrated circuitry of today, the modern technology, is in large part due to crashed alien UFOs. In 1947, a UFO crashed outside of Roswell, New Mexico. The paper published it the next day, but the following day the Army moved in and retracted the statement. And since then there's been total secrecy. They said it was a crashed weather balloon. This was in July of 1947. And then in December of 1947, just a couple months later, surprise, the transistor was invented, supposedly by William Shockley. But Jack Schulman, the then president of American Computer Company, knew him very well and is doubtful of this. So that was in December of 1947. Shockley won a Nobel Prize for this, but he probably didn't even invent it. And then 11 years later, a Jack Kilby was given credit for the invention of the integrated circuit. This happened overnight, no evolution of the technology. It just one day was, and then it just one day wasn't, and then suddenly appears with no evolution at all of the technology. More of Moore's law, you've heard of that, the man who said that the amount of transistors that could be put on a chip doubles about every 2 years. And he was the founder of Intel Corporation also. He made the analogy about the quickness of this development. He said that if the auto industry had developed as quickly as the computer industry, a Rolls Royce would get 500,000 gallons, 500,000 miles to the gallon, and would be so cheap that it would be cheaper to throw it away than to park it. So these aliens, which sounds crazy, I don't even believe they're aliens. I believe they're time travelers from our future, which a man named Dan Burrish, he worked at Area 51 in S4 with an alien. He was closely working with a creature he called J-Rod, a P-54, which meant it was 54,000 years in the future it traveled from to come back to this time. So a lot of these things have been going on with these creatures, and their technology has been found in these crashed crafts. Philip Corso, supports this point in his book, The Day After Roswell. While he was in the Army working at the Pentagon for General Trudeau, he was given a project to take these artifacts and to shop them around to various technology companies such as Night Vision and Integrated Circuits. The fact that these creatures, the ones from the future, and there's probably a lot of them from other planets too, the fact that they're here is there's so many cases. I cannot believe that so many people think it's crazy, such as the Travis Walton case about the logger working in the Arizona forest logging industry that got zapped and taken right in front of his friends and returned 5 days later naked, squatting down naked in a gas station, and all the fellows passed their lie detector test. They also put a movie out called Fire in the Sky about Travis Walton's experiences. Also, a Harvard professor named John Mack, much to the chagrin of his colleagues, investigated many so-called abductees, and he really believes the phenomenon existed. This is going to be a short speech. I don't want to start reading my notes. But I hope I've somewhat supported my point here. And I will sign off for now. You all have a nice day. And I'll put some slides in to make this a little more interesting.